And here we are again, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, everybody? We back for you guys. It's another Tuesday or whatever. And we back with, I think we're on episode 11.
No, it's 12, bro.
It's 12. Right. It's 12.
Yes, sir.
12. So we're on 12. I was cutting ourselves short, and I'm supposed to be the counter.
Ooh, my big ass jacket look like I got muscles and shit. Look at that.
You like you got on your big brother's jacket and shit. Looks real familiar.
Hercules. This was actually granddad's jacket, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, cool. The one real cold weather Parkers, man.
I'm telling you, man. Feel like it was made out of bear fur on the inside or some shit. This motherfucker is warm, dog.
Got a damn Revenant coat jacket and shit.
Then you can even cover your goddamn face and shit like this.
Oh man, got a damn balaclava in that bitch too. Wow.
I can go to Russia in the wintertime with this damn jacket.
Right. You just need the little hat with the fur now. You be good to go. Oh man.
I'm right.
Oh man, what's going on, everybody? I'm Lamar. That's my brother Casey Fowler, and this is the Fowl Language Podcast.
That it is.
Where two brothers sitting down over drinks and cigars talking about life.
And like always, if y'all been watching since episode 1, you might just hear some foul language. So, tuck the kiddies in the bed and let's get active. You know what I'm saying? So, big bro, as we start off on every episode, like I said, it's episode 12. So if y'all been keeping up with us since episode 1, appreciate it. We got many, many more to come. So like every episode, brother, what is best in life?
Oh, what is best? So it's been a weird week. Not bad, but just weird. So let's start with the obvious. I have the flag in the back. We're trying this one in the back. Yeah. So represent.
That's right.
You got the top of Gurren Lagann in the back, or Tenga topping Gurren Lagann.
You had the shit here, boy. It's looking like the fourth Hokage jacket and shit. I found one.
Oh man, I knew you were gonna have something to say, but no, this is one of my favorite anime. So I had the flag in my Amazon cart for like a year because I was gonna put it in the garage, but I said, why not put it back here in the blue background? I guess tomorrow I'm gonna finally take this thing down because it's really not that cold tonight. But since it's here,
it's a good look though. It's a good
man.
Look back there.
Next week it's supposed to be cold, like 15, 16 degrees. So
with that shit, you look like you better come on the camera and go, "What's going on, fanboys and fangirls? Another one here." Fucking my bad. Keep going.
I knew your ass was gonna have something to say.
I didn't at first before we started recording, bro. I swear I did not.
Had to do it. You had to do it.
They just came on the fly, man. My bad.
Oh man,
whatever, I had to make up for that joke a couple episodes ago, talking about McDonald's bun or some shit like that. So I had to make up.
Yeah, that was kind of weak, man.
That shit was the weakest of the week. But yeah, I'm sorry. Keep going, man.
Yes, so it was a good week. Early in the week, I found myself indirectly in what's called the flow state. And there's a book called Finding Flow that talks about like how you get into this state where you just focused on what you're trying to do and everything around you is shut off and you don't hear anything. Mm-hmm. And you just get so much productivity and creativity around it, and messed around and go to bed till like 2:00 in the morning, which on a Monday night is late as hell for me because I got to get up early and do virtual learning with Simone.
Right.
But it was cool. Got a lot of notes, a lot of ideas, some for the podcast, some for other stuff, some for just life in the house. So that's kind of cool. I am working on, and probably in a couple weeks, I'll show it and post a picture on Instagram, and I'll mention when it's done. Mm-hmm. But I'm redoing my nightstand. So since I team iPhone now, there's all kind of accessories and shit you can buy versus the one charging stand that you could buy with Android and shit. Man, it was crazy because when I went in there one time, I had my old Pixel, and they were like, "Hey, what phone do you have?" It was like a Pixel 2. They kind of looked at me like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I was like, "It worked. I don't care." But no, it's just crazy. There's so much shit you can buy for an iPhone that
like I got a flip phone, motherfucker. So
right, ain't that bad. So got that. I found a safe for my nightstand pistol, so nice. I'll be getting that too. And a couple other things are going to nightstand, so that is cool. And the last thing, and we talked about it earlier in the week, I have been following, almost addicted to that Wall Street bets, AMC, GameStop stuff that's been going on.
Yep.
Man, I've been watching it better. It's better than TV for
Yeah.
me anyway. I've been watching the Reddit threads, watching the news, watching YouTube videos, people talking about it. It's crazy, man. And I won't go into all that here because by the time this comes out, it'll probably be old news because people have short attention spans. But long and the short, some they're attributing it to some investors on the forum and Reddit got together and worked the situation out where they got to what's called a short squeeze on some investors, some hedge funds, some large $billion investment firms.
If you saw short squeeze,
right. Well, that's what you and your wife have to do.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so they did that, and the price of GameStop went from like $10 to almost $400, and now it's coming back down. And
I wish I would have known.
Yeah, man, if you had like stock in GameStop a while ago, you have bank right now. Like there was a kid, I think his mom got like $60 worth of shares, and it ended up turning into $3,200 or something like that. I know it's $3,200, so that was a good come up for him. And then people making millions, but it's interesting because they got a whole community around it. Netflix is already trying to get a movie started. There's a dude is already signed on to write the book, and the shit's not even over yet. So it's been crazy. I even bought a few shares, not in GameStop though. I bought some in AMC. I figured that'd be safer for me because I figured folks will go to the movies again when the pandemic is lifted and the vaccine is rolling. And if I don't make my money rapidly through what's going on, I'll make it eventually. I'm patient, so it's all good.
Right on.
So for me, my brother, that's what's best in life, man. What about one more thing? I think this is the first episode since the fast has ended. I can't remember. Last week I had bourbon with some cider, so I had to ease my way back in.
And you can fully smell and taste it and everything?
Yeah, I can smell it and taste it.
Yeah.
I got the good old, my favorite mug from Amazon, which I'll post in the description. It's back, so we're ready to get it going. So now, what is best in life?
Well. Let me start by, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to take a real good look right now. I told y'all on, I think it was episode 10 that I was looking into some new headphones. Finally got my new headphones, man. These things are dope. They do the little flick real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shit's fell. Oh well. You know what I'm saying? Do the flick real quick. You know what I'm saying? I can detach them. They got little multiple attachments. I can plug it into the computer and my phone. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna talk to you offline one of these days, bro. See how we can work that. And it also comes with a mic. Like I can plug a mic into the headphones and it comes across my face like I work at fucking Sitel or some shit.
For those that don't know what Sitel is, in Augusta, it's a call center.
Yeah, call center.
Way back in the day, I used to work there for AOL. Tells you how long ago that's been.
Showing your age, man. Your age is showing.
That's all right. I've had a good life, so it ain't over yet. But
what else, man? It's been an all right week, man. I found out that EA Sports is bringing NCAA fucking back. Man, I'm so excited.
I saw that all over the internet.
There's only one person I could never beat in NCAA, Dominique fucking Deloach. I'm coming for that ass when that game come out, bro. I'm coming, cousin. I'm coming. I'm on your ass. I promise you. I might have a PlayStation and an Xbox so I could bust motherfuckers on both fucking sides. But
wow, big money must be nice.
No, hell no.
I'm trying to figure out one.
Waiting on that second stimmy. What the fuck you mean?
Well, today, for those who, I mean, they approved the budget reconciliation. So now they can do what they need to do to reappropriate money to make that happen. So it'll probably be happening. I've been hearing a lot of things about they're going to lower the income that it starts at. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, we'll see. What else? Keontae, soon to be 10 next week. Was playing Tanya's boyfriend in Madden today and he fucking beat him. He beat a grown ass man. I told him, yeah, I said, you can't play me until you can beat my son.
He can't play, period, anymore. If you get beat by a 9-year-old, you just need to hang up the sticks.
Man,
just
and it was a good game
else.
too. And Keontae ended up beating him, man. That shit was so fucking funny, man.
Go get his ass a little. Remember when we were kids, a little football game where the floor vibrated and shit, and the ball would like go forward. Yeah. Get your ass on that. And then work your way up to Tecmo Bowl.
Damn.
And then, yeah, you got to get some practice in. And you get like Madden 97 or something like that.
Where they spent like this.
Right. Where Emmitt Smith was in the game still. So,
like, bro, you seen that new gym Walter Payton, man? That's fucking technical. But yeah, he got whooped, man. It was so fucking funny, man. It was hilarious. Other than that, man, had a little procedure on my back earlier this week, but you know what I'm saying? I'm recovering pretty nice from that. We're gonna see the results of that here soon. Normally, you know what I'm saying, everybody's been watching since episode 1. I'm normally sitting up and rah and doing all that shit, but not today. Not today.
So they're gonna finally do your spine lengthening to make you taller?
No. Because I'm a beast, you know what I'm saying? A chocolate truffle ain't big, but it tastes good. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but I said it. Fuck it. Fowl language.
No. Speaking of, shout out to Kim. For what is it, episode 10 and Why Do Black Men Journal?
Yeah.
So as y'all know, if y'all watch, Kevin lost. I'm sorry, KC lost. I was right. It was a journal and not diary.
So now what?
So my lovely wife said either he should get into a journaling challenge or he should watch an anime that he would normally watch and review it on the episode, or he should freestyle about being a chocolate truffle.
I did lose, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
So I think those are some good choices.
Yeah. So
I'll let you pick which one.
No, I lost a bet. Either you could pick, you can let our audience pick. I don't really care. If y'all want me to spit these bores about chocolate truffles, you know what I'm saying? I could drop a couple bores right quick. You know what I mean?
Okay, bores. Okay. I don't know where that came from, but all right.
I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want me to drop some bores, and I can drop some bores. See,
about
an hour. About an hour.
All right, now you sound like you're straight from Indiana.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, that's what's best in life. It's been a pretty good week.
Cool, man. So you mentioned that you were excited about what is it? The
NCAA?
Yeah, that.
Yep.
Coming out. And for those that don't know, the Super Bowl is this weekend. So that'll kind of put time on when it's coming. So what I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight, thinking about the Super Bowl and everything, is, you know, people always talk about let's normalize this, let's redefine this, let's do that. What does it take to be? I wanted to start the episode with, what do you think that you can still be manly or considered manly and not really watch sports?
Is that a question?
That is a question. So could you, sir?
So I watch sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big basketball fan, well, NBA fan, baseball, nothing like that, but I watch the hell out of some football. You know what I'm saying? You'll watch it, but I mean, you're not like how me and Unc are, and hell, even how Dad was when it came to like football specifically. But as far as being less manly, I mean, hell no. I mean, yeah, hey man, what you doing? I'm watching a football game. What you about to do? I'm about to go cut a tree and make sweet loving to my woman or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta watch sports to be no manly. And I mean, honestly, what the fuck is manly anyway?
Yeah.
Like, really, what is that? I mean, you're a man.
Yeah.
You ain't never mind. I ain't gonna say.
Yeah, that. don't do it.
I almost went off for a second.
Instant demonetization whenever we get monetized.
Yeah, but I mean,
we negative right now. So.
Yeah, but no, man, it don't make you less of a man or nothing if you watch sports. If you're around all your partners and stuff, and like, oh man, you seen that play? XYZ did fucking ABC, and that shit was cool. And you'll have some people, oh yeah, that shit was crazy, man. That shit.
Yeah, that's my ass.
No,
That's my ass
no,
all day.
sometimes, but
So
most of the time you be like, I ain't watching. I don't care.
yeah.
I just watch these stocks, nigga.
So for me, I never really played sports in high school or anything like that. I think I was a quarterback in like flag football.
You damn sure were, huh?
Yes. And we used to play on the street as kids, but as far as playing for the school, I never played. I mean, I was working in some form or another since 14, so had trying to get these checks. So didn't really play. And my mom was always like, "Yeah, I don't want you to play football. You can get hurt." Because I was, like 12 pounds wet.
Well, damn, she ain't had no problem with me playing football, mama. You got some explaining to do.
Well, you were closer to the ground, so you'd be all right. Low center of gravity.
I was just bigger than you, man. That's all.
Sure. So for me, I mean, like, I appreciate football. I'll watch it from time to time. Like, for me, it's a time suck. Like, I appreciate it. I can appreciate a good hit. I can appreciate a good play. All that good thing. But for me, it's like, gosh, all this time, this 2 to 4 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours in a day. I got too many hobbies and interests, man. Like, for me, the NFL Network, when they came out with that shit that you skipped all the timeouts, the play reviews, and you could watch a full game in like 30 minutes, that was going to be my shit. But then I'm cheap and didn't want to pay for it. So
that shit was kind of pricey.
It was very pricey. So I was like, well, I catch the highlights or something like that, which is crazy because my homeboy used to be a sports anchor. So we got a text, for the news down there in Florida for a long time before he stopped and went into another business. Yeah, so him and one of my other homeboys, we talk stocks, news, politics, all that good stuff. And then every so often the thread will get on sports, and it's almost like Lamar's left the chat because they'll be going back and forth. And I'm like, no. And then the fact that I got rid of cable a few years ago, it don't make it any easier. So I mean, I watched the Super Bowl. I think I watched last year. I watched the Super Bowl year before. I may watch it this year. I mean, I don't really want to see. I don't have a dog in the fight at all.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
But for me, yeah, it's just the thing. Like, I stopped watching basketball the year they had that short season, and just never picked it up. And even watching highlights for basketball, it just does nothing for me. Yeah, like, we dribbled, he crossed, we ducked. Okay. So, baseball never did anything for me. Baseball, I mean, and I watch like track and some stuff like that, or like occasional
watch the Olympics.
Yeah, I watch the Olympics and stuff like that. But for me, I mean, I don't think it's a measure of your manhood.
No, hell
no. You can follow a player from college and be like, yeah, I think he's gonna go second round. Or and it's always in the conversation. They'll be like, yeah, where did such and such go to school? Fuck, I don't know. I barely remember where I went to school. I ain't worried about somebody else. So
yeah, I mean, even me, I could be in some of the conversations, but then some of them is, he used to play for Mississippi Valley University in Pittsburgh, Mississippi, and his daddy was the old third string quarterback for the Baltimore Oilers. Like, huh? That's when they lose me.
And that's where I be sitting there, and it's usually them older heads, man. Yeah, and shout out to them, much respect to the older heads, but they be following the shit. And I'm thinking about somebody in particular, and I won't say his name to protect the guilty, but I know you know who I'm talking about. Love you to death.
And when he see it, he know who
he gonna know exactly who we talking about. But yeah, I just be like, well, damn. Yeah, I guess they went to school. If they made it to the NFL, they had to go somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, I guess he was good. Shit, I don't know.
But for me, it's it's something that I, like you said, you didn't play. I played. You know what I'm saying? I played rec for like 2 or 3 years. I played for high school. Littlest motherfucker on the field, but I was cracking fucking heads. Like, it helped with my anger issues, first of all, and then just a genuine love for the game. But my question is, let's say somebody does not watch sports like at all, don't watch highlights, none of that shit, but they be like, oh, my team is the Patriots. How the hell can you have a team and you don't even watch the team, don't know nothing about the team?
Well, I'll challenge you on that, because a lot of times a particular team, especially in football, is tied to the identity of the city.
Okay.
knowing that I live in Dallas Fort Worth, do you know how many fucking blue stars I have seen in my life?
But see,
People
they could talk the game of football. I feel like you can't say you're a fan
know
if
what I'm saying is the city. If you live in the city, it becomes part of the city. You don't necessarily have to watch. Like certain cities are like football cities. Like,
yeah,
you
I get
know,
that. Like here,
you don't have to follow to just rock the star. Here
yeah, and
is
the
the
same thing with
example.
the Falcons. I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think you can call yourself a Falcons fan or a Patriots fan or whatever fucking team you like, and you haven't even seen that team play ever in life.
Right. No, that's different. Yeah, I got you.
I get the city thing, which you're
Yeah.
absolutely correct. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I was from here, raised here, and I
Mm-hmm.
moved to like fucking Minnesota or something, I'm gonna have my Falcon shit on to let motherfuckers know I'm from Atlanta around this bitch. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
see, and that's why I became a Falcons fan, not because I grew up watching the Falcons and had a Dion jersey from back in the day or a Michael Vick jersey or something like that.
He was
I didn't. I mean, respect, but I wasn't that diehard of a fan to
right.
where I was, grow up watching it, have my little stuffed football man on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
watching ready to go. But I think when I got to college, you start to represent your city.
Mm-hmm.
And for us being from Augusta, I mean, James Brown.
Man, get you a Green Jackets hat.
No, I'm good. Oh, they had that Arena Football League. I can't remember what
yeah,
that was
yeah.
though.
The
But
Stallions or some shit
something
like
like
that.
that. We'll call them Stallions. But so you start to represent, in that case, your state.
Mm-hmm.
So I became a Falcons fan, and even now, like I always call it I represent the team that's the best team for 3/4,
Mm-hmm.
or the best team most likely to lose the Super Bowl. And people will call and be like, "Yo, what about your Falcons?" First of all, they're not my Falcons. Whether they win or lose, nothing changes in my situation whatsoever.
Yeah,
So
see, I'm different. I be mad. Like I got fucking money and shit. Like now, when I bet on the games, hell yeah, I'd be pissed off. But when my
yeah,
personal team just lose, I feel like I lost.
but and I give you an example. So like I was talking earlier in the What's Best about that AMC, GameStop stock stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that has the same feeling as watching sports. To me, just what's going on and everything, and it's that same level of excitement when I actually watch a game. But I still had that same level of detachment, like whether it goes up or down, it's still fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even knowing that I have a little bit of money in it, I'm not like, oh shit, I got my last paycheck in there. It's got to do it, or I'm not gonna be able to pay the bills. No, put a little bit of money in there, and we'll see what happens. Best case, I make some money. Worst case, I lose some money. But I learned a lot, so I take that. But same kind of thing, same kind of feeling of
Yeah.
detachment. Like it's exciting, but I don't like when the Falcons lose. Like even when they lost the Super Bowl, I was like, damn, that's statistically unlikely. Oh well.
If
Got other
anybody
shit to
know
do.
how to lose a game, the Falcons know how to lose a damn game. Sorry, Falcons fans, it's
Right.
true.
Right. It's like, oh well, we got any more of them chicken wings left or something? Move on. So
I'll turn the
but
game off. But yeah,
no, I watch it still.
as far as still being manly and not watching sports, of course.
So
Of course. If you could
one more
still go to your
question.
old lady and have coitus and drink your old beer or whatever, smoke a cigar, like I said, go in the fucking woods and cut some grass, hunt deer, whatever the hell you do, you know what I'm saying? You still a man. There's
See,
no
what's so funny is I like a lot of stereotypically man shit.
yeah, same.
So whiskey, cigars, motorcycles. Then we get to sports. It's like, well, all right, y'all. I can talk a little bit for a little while.
Yeah, and I get
But
into all that, but I tell you what, I can't like build a fucking house in the backyard. I can't do that shit.
I was gonna ask you. So knowing your sons, Keontae is probably most similar to me, I would say, in temperament. So he doesn't seem to in the sports.
He's getting there.
And he may be. So how would you feel as your son or any of your sons if they were like, yeah, daddy, I just don't give a damn about sports?
Then that's on him. I really could care less.
Okay.
I'm still gonna watch the game. Either you can watch the game or you can go the hell on somewhere and do something else. but I'm gonna watch the game. But as far as sports wise goes, Keontae's starting to get there. He's more of a he really liked playing soccer. Like soccer was his shit. Like if he would really stick with soccer and be a goalie or some shit, because he was the best goalie on that fucking team. I was so pissed off when they switched his position. You seen he was just hitting everything, man. And then Dre, Dre can play fucking any sport, man. Any sport he could play. Like I'm serious. He was good at baseball. He was good at fucking basketball. He's good at football. He could play fucking soccer if he wanted to. Hell, he could swim if he wanted to, because he could swim his ass off too. Like that boy could play literally any sport. And then Kevion, I'm gonna groom him into a running back, because there was something I seen a couple months ago where he had like a stuffed animal tucked in like a football. He was running down the hallway, then he jumped over a chair or some shit, and then kept running. I was like, running back.
Kevion's gonna take over the world, man. That dude there. He just different, man. In the best way possible. He's just different, and I love it. So
same question to you: if L Boogie was really, really into sports, what would how would you go about that?
I mean, I'd be all for it. I'd watch it. I mean, especially if he wants to play, I'd definitely play. And I got enough friends and homeboys to, say, hey, if he wants to play, and I've got homeboys that have played at different levels to be like, hey, show him some stuff. Like I got a buddy that when he found out we were having a son years ago, he was like, when he's 5, he's coming to play football with me.
Where's he coach at?
Somewhere here in DFW.
Oh, damn.
But I don't even know if he still does, honestly, but he said that a few years back. And it's like, maybe. I mean, if he wants to, cool. But at the same time, you also see a lot of like football players that are like, well, I don't necessarily want that same life for my kid. And you see a lot of football players now that are leaving the league earlier too, which is interesting. Yeah. But I mean, if he wants to play, I'm gonna support anything they want to do. I'm gonna support it.
So, yeah, of course.
I'll let them try anything, fail it. I mean, because
long as it's legal.
Yeah. Yes, definitely that caveat.
Because you do something illegal. I love you, children, but I'm snitching. Yeah. I'm telling on you.
it depends on the circumstances.
Yeah, I'm just playing. I never snitch on.
But yeah. So I mean, if he wants to play, great. If he doesn't, also great. Because like I was gonna say, you never know what he's really passionate. Like you meet people who are like, how in the hell did you find out you're a professional fencer?
Yeah. I wanted to try fencing.
You just wanted to stab somebody real quick and get away with it. That's what that was about.
Don't judge me.
No judgment here, man.
On guard.
Yeah, I couldn't see you wearing the white fencing fit, man.
I couldn't stand how they stand either.
Yeah.
Walk out there limping, holding my nuts and stuff. Just let's do this shit, man. But yeah, man. As far as that goes, that's really all I got on the subject on being manly and not like a sports. I mean, unless you had anything else, but long story short, it's not like
do what you do.
Yeah, basically do what you do.
Yeah. So before we go on to the next topic, I'd like to take this opportunity to have a disclaimer.
Please do.
The opinions expressed by the Fowl Language Podcast are ours and ours alone. If you don't like it, tough shit. No, I'm just joking. But in all seriously though, we about to talk about some shit. It may piss some of you off.
Oh yeah. I was gonna piss half of America off.
Yeah. But so if you get mad, tough. Let's be rational and we can discuss it. If you get mad and heated, don't want to hear it because I'm not gonna get mad. Bring it to me.
Bring it to me.
You can give Kevin
I love that shit. Smoke. I love it. But I will say, before we get into this conversation, I have took an oath, and I always support my commander-in-chief, whoever my commander-in-chief is, because I'm a member of the armed forces, and, that's my commander-in-chief. So, I mean, whoever's sitting in that chair is my commander-in-chief, and I respect them. Now, with that said...
The title of this topic is... And I have a feeling it's going to piss some people off.
Here we go.
We have the title of this segment of Trump Lost, And I shouldn't even say that shit loud where I'm at, but
Get
Trump
over
lost, so
it.
get over it.
Man, I'm telling you, the day
Gosh.
after President Biden won, they took the social media heavy. Just he's in there in the day, and already 57,000 people lost their jobs. If it was Trump, and it's over with, man. It's over. All right, I get it. It's over. Hell, one dude that would really go on rants about that shit. He unfriended me. I found that shit out yesterday. I giggled on the inside. But it's like he's this and he stands for this, and this is not America, and blah 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 blah. And my whole question to you, simple-minded fucking Trumpite, dumb son of my bitches,
Don't go
is
that far.
fuck it, because they irritate the fuck out of me. They're not really dumb,
All right.
but dumb in the sense of you only see what you see. You don't want to hear anybody else's opinion on it because it's automatically gonna be wrong because you're a fucking Trumpite. You get what I'm saying there?
Mm-hmm.
So for y'all cats, you know what I'm saying? Get the fuck over it. It's over.
Yeah.
If you want to, 4 years, why don't you fucking run if you don't like the way shit's going? Same thing when the former President Trump won. The same thing I said with President Biden. Let's see what he gonna do. We don't know what he gonna do yet. Let's see what he gonna do. Give him a chance. See what he gonna do. But then it's no, he's gonna take our jobs away. And like I said on another episode, if Biden wins, it's gonna be a war and all this other stupid shit, man. Just sit the hell down, see where it's gonna go. Or like you told all the people that said when President Trump won, when they were saying that's not my president, then fucking leave.
Right.
The same thing y'all was saying when he won. Same concept now. Then fucking leave. And with that, bro, you go ahead, man. You go ahead, because this subject right here, boy. Because I didn't talk to on Facebook with one cat for like damn near an hour going back and forth about this shit.
See, I don't have that kind of free time.
You know, he even gotten to the point of saying, you're not that bright, are you? And all this other shit like that.
I saw it. So for me, politically speaking, I prefer to be considered an independent. Because most people see, a lot of times you'll see like one issue voter, be it gun rights, abortion, immigration, social issues, LGBTQ stuff. I hope I did that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry.
You might have missed the letter. I heard it.
I might have. Somewhere. It's all of so you know. But whatever you may have a particular racial issues, minimum wage. You may have a particular single issue. And for me as an independent, I kind of see like the nuance. Like a lot of times you get these like, especially in the gun community, you see like it's either this way or that way.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of nuance. And for me, which is a gift and a curse, I see a lot of the nuance. And like one thing I notice as an independent, every time there's a change in power, the losing side is like, oh, it's going to be the end of the world. Oh, we're not going to make it. So going back a little bit, when Obama got in office, you would hear people saying, oh, it's going to be the end of the world. Things are going to be destroyed. Things are going to go to hell, yada, yada, yada. When Trump got in office, Democrats were like, oh, Trump's in office. Everything's going to go to hell, yada, yada, yada. And now you see that cycle again. So every time it happens, the same thing. And if you really think about it, I would say somewhere between 70 to 80% of your day-to-day life, whoever the hell is in office, it really doesn't matter at all.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. I get their opinions and all that other stuff. Like I said, I've had talks with a couple of these guys who was actually stand-up guys who would go back and forth with me. Someone wouldn't answer, but anyway, whoever, like you said, whoever's in office, that's not affecting your house.
Right.
Oh, he's going to take our guns away. Do you still have them now?
Right. Now I do understand that there are certain individual bills that I disagree with totally. Like, there was a Democrat who put a bill in about, like anybody that talks about like magazine bans or dang, I can't remember the one. I watched a video talking about the bill. Gun registration, like everybody has to register their firearms, stuff like that. I'm not really into.
No, because you shouldn't have to.
But as an independent, I see the logic behind it. I also see the futility in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I get the intention, but that's not going to correct what they're trying to correct.
Because that simple fact right there is, okay, We're going to make y'all register your firearms, blah, 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 blah. We're going to try to keep the guns out the streets. Criminals are already criminals, bro. They already breaking the law. What makes you think they're not going to break that one too?
Right. My guns aren't in the streets.
Right. Exactly. Mine is protect me and mine. And
right.
If, you know what I'm saying, like all the conspiracy theorists, if the zombies start walking down the damn street or something, then yeah, I'm going to use mine to shoot a deer too. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing.
Right.
But
right.
They think it's gonna be Mad Max out here, bro. That's just
right.
so fucking hilarious.
I mean, it's the sore loser. And to your point that you initially said,
Mm-hmm.
there are some people that voted red, and I understand why. Be it you felt that he was the more 2A friendly, if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Anti-abortion, if that's your thing. His stance on immigration, foreign policy, whatever his stance was, if it aligned with you, that's great. If that's what you believe, everybody's different. You're entitled to believe what you believe, but let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, stop being a fucking sore loser. The shit's over.
Instead of sitting on social media and bitching, why don't you be active in your community and the things that you're upset and bitching about?
Right.
Work to make them better.
Yeah, because you don't have to be a politician to do it.
No, you don't. I watched a video where they talked about and I had to find out who it was again, but he talked about your community. Like, set your community up. So if you know there's a playground or something in your community that needs repainting, get your people together, get it painted.
Yeah.
If something needs to be fixed, if there's an older lady who lives by herself and she needs something, help her out. I mean, that's way more important than worrying about all this other stuff. You may be able to help that person, that business owner that's across the street that, is stressed out from trying to run a business and have kids in their house. Keep your kids for a couple hours for them. That may help them out. That kind of freedom and stress will help that person to hire somebody else. Yeah. So, I mean, there's dominoes effects to those things, but people always go to the doomsday scenario.
Right. Always.
We're going to all doom and gloom and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, zombies.
And I mean, it's like every issue, like it was so interesting. I watched a video going back a little bit when they talked about, they were asking people how they felt about Obamacare.
Mm-hmm.
Decidedly conservative people. How do you feel about Obamacare? Oh, I hate it. It's the worst thing ever. This shit needs to be destroyed. It's going to kill our taxpayer. And yada, yada, yada. Then they would say, well, what do you think about the Affordable Health Care Act or the Affordable Care Act? Oh, it's not bad. I think it's got some work to do, but I think, you know what I'm saying?
But it was the same damn thing.
It was the same damn
It was the same thing.
And it shows that it's not about the policy.
It's about the person who's passing the policy.
Or not even more so than the person. It's about the party.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't care what your party is.
Mm-mm.
I care about what you plan to do. And I mean, a lot of them are smoke and mirrors and bullshit anyway.
Yep.
So.
And what affects my family? Right. That's always been my thing. What affects my family?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of these debates I've had boiled down to race and everything like that. And that actually applies to my family. I got black boys. I got black girls. I'm black. My family's black. We black. I'm sorry, melanin. My bad, guys. I slipped up. I've been doing good too. But you know what I'm saying. But that's who we are. But my whole thing is the Trumpites, as I call them. You know what I'm saying? They're further dividing the people as it is. Because me personally, I don't give a damn what race you are. I got Caucasian cats. I call my brother. I got Asian cats that are my brother. I got Hispanics, all that type of stuff. Y'all my brothers, but this certain group, aka the Trumpites, they just, for whatever reason, they can't let the shit go.
Well, see, and I think there's a distinction too between being a hardcore Trumpite, as you'll call it, to use your word, or somebody who voted conservative. I think there's a line, like it's almost a fanaticism to where I don't need logic. I'm just gonna follow blindly whatever happens and go from there.
Yeah,
and that's what bothers me. Do your research, do your due diligence, and make sure that what you believe to be true is actually true.
Yeah, like they'll read it on Google or on Facebook or some shit, and they'll just go on a big ass rant. And then if they actually look the shit up, see it's not even the case. And then it's
So like the thing that killed me, and I don't necessarily agree with it, but when social media took him off of everything.
Yeah, I didn't really agree with that either.
I didn't agree with it either. However, when people were like, oh, they're trying to silence our free speech.
No, because you still talking.
shows me you don't really understand the Constitution.
Right.
And that's my problem, because it says Congress.
Yep.
And now if you get into the conspiracy theory of saying that they had something, politicians influence social media there,
Yeah, sure.
that's a whole different can of
Yeah.
words. We ain't written on that, but they didn't silence it. They cut him
Mhm.
off their platform. It's no different than like if you go to a particular place of business and they're like, we're not going to serve you if you don't have
Yeah.
your mask. Same kind of logic. Whether I agree or not is irrelevant. That's what that business chose.
And I've been seeing posts about that too. Like, I ain't gonna say just the Trumpites, but just people, period. But I see a lot of the Trumpites, as I call them. They're really pissed off about this mask thing. Like you said it in the video before. Oh, you're sheep and blah 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 blah. And why do I have to wear a mask? Because it says I have to wear a mask on the sign. And then there's other post was, why did melanin people have to go to another damn water fountain just because it said white only water fountain? So you mad now?
Right. Yeah, I think you posted or somebody posted it. It's like, when is it? Like, think about how you feel seeing you can't come in the store if you don't have a mask. Imagine how it would look, how it would feel if it said whites only.
I think I did post it.
I think that was you.
And if I find it, I'm gonna put it on our Facebook page.
Yeah, please do. But one of the things I was gonna say that I get so tired of, the shit that just drive. I'm not gonna do it.
You know you're mad when he talk between his teeth.
But what about being super conservative it's synonymous with being a patriot? Like, that shit kills me.
What's a patriot?
To know. Yeah. So I don't have the definition of patriot right now.
No, I don't want the dictionary definition.
But what I'm saying is, we come from a family that has served this country for multiple generations.
Yep. I'm the 4th generation.
Right. What about that is not patriotic? Because I don't believe the way you believe. Does that make us as a family, or you? And I mean, I don't like to talk about what I do, but I will say what I do directly supports what you do. Does that make us any less patriot than somebody who's yelling and screaming on Facebook? Because I mean, it kills me. Like, you'll see flags everywhere. Doggone 1776 everywhere.
And oh Lord, man, when
kills me.
When Cap took that knee, you were not a patriot then. And then you seen the one meme or whatever, and you're a patriot, but when the national anthem come on, you sitting on your couch eating wings and shit.
Right, but see, what pissed me off about the Kaepernick situation was they were mad at the act and not what he was doing it for. They never discussed why. It was always that. First of all. The second piece is that, and I would see people that I knew, they were like, oh, he's the son of a bitch and yada, yada, yada. Right. But you also realize that he met with, I think it was a Navy SEAL, right? And they talked about it and expressed their differences like people should do, is discuss their differences rationally. And they came to the agreement that he would kneel. And when he was kneeling, they were always about, oh, he's disrespecting our troops.
And it wasn't.
But he talked directly to one of the troops and got their opinion.
One of the baddest of the bad.
With his course of action. Right. Nobody that'll ever watch this, and I'm sure I will say our ammo thing did pretty good, so I'm sure we may have pissed a lot of people that watch our ammo video off right now, but that's okay. But
because fuck them, that's why.
Right. He got support from the troops. And even when this was going on, I asked Dad. I mean, Dad was about as patriotic as you get. Harley Davidson riding, American flag, having army hats all over the place. And he was like, this is right. And that's what I found is a lot of soldiers, Marines, what do they call them? Sailors.
Call them sailors.
Sailors. I wasn't gonna call the other thing because I knew it wasn't that. And what do they call them in the Air Force? Airmen? Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to offend anybody because most of the family are soldiers, so I just want to make sure I got it all right. Respect to all. National Guard, Coast Guard. Am I missing anything?
I think you covered everybody.
Okay. Just want to make sure I get everybody because big respect to all of them.
Thank you for your service, my brothers and my sisters. Appreciate you.
Yes, definitely. Any one of them I've ever talked to have said that's why we fight. So he has that right. Whether I agree with him or not, that's his right.
Yeah.
And that's what people tend to miss, and they get so butthurt about. But we always get pissed off about the surface level stuff, but we don't focus on the actual why. Well, let's talk about why. But then again, I mean, you'd also see after the summer that a lot of them don't really give a shit about why either. It's just when we frame the argument when it's convenient. And here we go. But I'm gonna say it. I'm out here. Somebody's gonna get pissed. But it's just like okay, the flag becomes an issue until it's inconvenient. I mean, if you look at the shit in the Capitol, I saw a lot of disrespectful shit to the flag.
Oh yeah.
So is the flag really the issue? Let's talk about, I mean, along that same veins, all the back the blue that you see that's very synonymous in that crowd.
They wasn't back in the blue.
They were beating him across the back was the fucked up part.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So where did that go? So, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like you get mad to suit your narrative. And we going off topic on it's a lot of related stuff, but that's okay.
It's not off topic just because what I said, the Trumpites or whatever, it's causing this division or whatever. And some of those Trumpites, let's just call them what they are. Some of them are fucking racist.
Sure. Oh, definitely.
A good portion.
I'd agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
But, so I'd ask the question. So I don't have a problem if you voted conservative. I don't care about that. But when you blindly follow anybody, whether it be I'm gonna die hard follow Trump because of I don't know why.
They're the sheep.
Follow Biden or any political leader without a rational understanding of why you're doing and making decisions what you're making. I don't want to hear it. I mean,
you're the sheep,
right? Let's talk about what you can do instead of spending so much time complaining about, oh, they're going to take our jobs. Let's look at the job reports. How do we fix that instead of just complaining? And I mean, I see more complaining than let's talk about what can we do. Let's do some business grants to get some people working, to get some jobs.
Yep. Now I will say about the job thing, because a lot of people on my timeline was posting about the pipeline, stopping the pipeline. What is it, like Keystone pipeline thing or something like that? And they was, oh, you're costing people 57,000 people their jobs and whatever. I get that, cool. But the place where those pipes were going was on Native American land, sacred land for them, and they've all but lost all of it. So I wasn't mad at that at all.
Right. I mean, but see, and that's where I get to, instead of bitching about the issue, okay, you are actually right. It did cost a lot of money. A lot of money is wasted in this country on a regular basis.
Definitely.
We've got, so yes, and I'm sure a good bit of people lost jobs as a result. What do we do to get those unfortunate individuals that lost their jobs?
Exactly.
Let's focus on solutions instead of bitching and complaining. That's all I say.
But all they see, like I said, they're Trumpites. So all they see was what President Trump was doing and everything that they supported, but they don't support it because that's not what they wanted.
He did some stuff I definitely agreed with.
Oh yeah. It wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. But you know what I'm saying?
And even now, even when Obama was in office, he did some shit I definitely disagree with. He did some shit I agree with too. And I think people miss blindly following a party or a figure over, like, write down what you believe. Look at what that person believes. Is it convenient for your narrative, or do they truly feel like they believe what you believe?
And then that goes back to a patriot. Because if you are a true patriot, you won't give a damn who's sitting in that seat. You know what I'm saying? What you'll give a damn about is the country that you're in, everything that you're doing in your country. Bro, I've been to several different countries, and I've seen how good we have it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, by far.
How good we got it. And instead of bumping fucking heads with each other, letting our enemies see us. And that's one of my biggest
that shit
things,
was
bro.
embarrassed. Right, I know.
Letting our enemies see us acting a damn fool over this separation because you want to be a Trumpite. Oh, the election was rigged, blah, blah, blah. Instead of having that mindset, like I said, let's see what he gonna do. Let me worry about taking care of my family, and wherever the chips fall, it's gonna fall. Because what they're not realizing, it's the same thing I said about President Trump when he was in, is he's not gonna be there forever. It's not like he was anointed. They're anointed as a monarch or something of the country. You know what I'm saying? So let them do what they're gonna do for their time being. Because the same thing you were doing when President Obama was in there, when President Clinton, all of them was in there, you probably still doing the exact same shit. But now that the person you really was all for, rah, 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 rah. And that's why Auntie Val told the guy I was debating on, your slip is showing. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them cats is about the issues. We can we can politic. We have a nice little dialect about it. Some is just this. I'm not trying to hear what you're gonna say. And it's those people that's causing the fucking problem, i.e. January 6th. That's those people. The people that's at home looking at right with us, looking at this shit on TV, like that don't make no damn sense. Because a lot of people, and there are a lot that understand that we can disagree. You're supposed to disagree. You, in my opinion, you're a punk ass if you go along with what everybody fucking says.
Right.
But it's okay to disagree, but have these conversations. And I'm not even talking just to talk right now. I'm like kind of talking out there right now. You know what I'm saying? Like have these conversations with the person you disagree with. You know what I'm saying? Find a common ground. Now, if you're a racist, you're a bigot, I mean, that's not going to change nothing. You still going to be who you are. So, I mean, even that, do you just don't come to my house with that shit.
Right. Not condoning racism or anything.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, I've worked with the skinhead in college. Die hard, big boot wearing, affiliated tattoos, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, we got a job to do. Let's get it done. We talked about stuff on occasion. I mean, it just so happened that, I never display all my cards, but he was an idiot. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. But I say that to say that respect people.
Yeah,
you believe what you want to believe, but respect people.
Yeah, I had a guy. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just because it's what you believe doesn't necessarily mean that it's right.
And having that conversation with somebody who thinks differently can really change your perspective. I've had my perspective changed on numerous occasions, and I've actually had, I changed the perspective of somebody. I had a guy I was in school with right after basic training. He never been around black people at all, ever. He had like uncles that's in the Klan and all this other stuff, so he knew that type of shit. But he had an open mind to understand the differences. You know what I'm saying? He actually became he's one of my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put your name out there, bro, but he's one of my brothers. Right. So as far as the Trumpites, like I said before, stop being fucking sore losers. Get over the shit. I mean, if you're gonna sit there and hold on to it, oh, that's not my president, that's not my president. And like y'all said when President Trump won, if you don't like it, then fucking leave.
Right.
I'm pretty sure you can go to Amsterdam or Norway or Denmark or some shit. Go.
Right. I mean, I think about like all the things that are complained about. Looking at that, I mean, everybody has their right to protest. But my whole issue is if you look at an issue like that, if we were to say, look inward and say, what can we do with our resources? And you had like the chick here, she chartered a jet and flew out to the damn thing. Okay. But you complaining about what exactly? Right. What can you do to help others instead of complaining?
And that same person be like, oh, we're out of work and blah, 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 blah. But you could you could charter a jet to go out there. Get the fuck out of here, man. That shit's crazy. But yeah, Trumpites, cut your shit. That's all I got on it, bro. You can keep going if you want to, but that's my whole thing. Good. Stop being a fucking sore loser. Cut y'all shit. We have a new commander-in-chief in the seat right now. Let that man do his job. It's only been a couple of weeks. Let him do what he gonna do and see what happens. If you don't agree After a year or so, then okay, it's warranted. But until then,
Mm-hmm.
Politely, in the words of us Fowl Language brothers, shut the fuck up.
True.
Shit. I'm
So
sorry.
it's
I'm not
you
sorry.
good.
I'm not sorry.
No, don't be. I
Cause
told you
fuck
stop
them.
apologizing.
Cause fuck them. That's why.
So very interesting that we go to the next topic that we're going to. I don't even know if I want to call it old shooter, new shooter, or something like that. But like
Damn,
I said,
nigga.
I'm
What is
working
the
on.
Wild West?
Hell yeah, damn Wyatt Earp face ass.
Lone Ranger, motherfucker. This Black History Month, the real Lone Ranger was a Melody
Sure.
brother, by the way. But go ahead.
Sure, but I was gonna say, so like, there is a video on
Oh my God.
there's a couple of things that I sent it to you.
Yeah.
And,
oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I was scared watching it, like I was really there.
So scared. So there's two things I want to bring to your attention, and then we'll get to the topic itself because it's kind of related. So the first is that video, and so for those who haven't seen it, there was a lady in the range, and it looked like somebody was teaching her, or was her boyfriend or husband with her or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but she was at the range, and she was lining up to shoot. Everything, and that's why I'm passionate about training and practicing and making sure things are done the right way.
Right.
It was horrible and frightening. So she shot, and it was almost like she had a reaction to where she couldn't let go of the trigger.
Right.
And it was just scary. And then
that shit gave me anxiety for real, bro. I ain't never had a video give me anxiety before.
For real. I'm sorry, I should have sent you a trigger warning first, but I described the video to you first. But second, there was a story earlier this week. Did you hear about the folks with the snow?
No.
So to make it quick, there was a neighborly disagreement because two of the neighbors were shoveling snow, and they were shoveling snow onto the other person's property, and so an argument ensued. Gunshots were then fired.
Damn.
And then, it was crazy.
Over shoveling snow?
Over shoveling snow. The shit escalated quickly. So it ended up being to where he took both of them out, and then he took himself out as well. So with those kind of things, I wanted to talk about, like, kind of as far as safety with guns and safety with the guns, just period, in your house, wherever. And then safety at the range. Like, what are your thoughts? I mean, I know there's the 4 rules of firing a gun.
Yeah,
don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Don't know what's behind your target, and so forth and so on. Don't point your gun at anything that you're not intending to destroy, and stuff like that. There's other ones, but those are like some of the main ones. So what are your thoughts on, like, gun safety? And then applying that a little further to just safety while at the range.
Well, I'm gonna start by saying that video was fucking crazy. Whoever was teaching her didn't know what the fuck he was doing, or they thought that shit was a fucking joke. Cause the way she had that bitch could that not her calling her that, but I'm saying that bitch as
the weapon. The weapon. Yeah, I got you.
She could have easily lost control. It could have went off and shot anybody, anywhere at the same time. And it's like, it's super important. For starters, if you're in an indoor range, you're about, you know what I'm saying, you're apart. You know what I'm saying? You're damn near, you're barely double arm interval apart.
Sure.
So any little mistake that can happen, you could kill that person next to you easy. You know what I'm saying? My biggest thing is, as far as safety goes, is keep that bitch down range. As long as that bitch is pointed the way it's supposed to be pointed, it's not gonna shoot nowhere you don't want it to shoot. And if you lose control of that bitch, then fucking just let the trigger go. On the semi-automatics, you can just let the trigger go. Now on a fully automatic, they have problems, well, not problems, but sometimes they have malfunctions where you have a runaway belt or whatever. And with a runaway belt, you're supposed to just empty that clip, belt. You're not supposed to take it off, nothing. You got to empty it, but keep that shit down range. And
but yeah, I mean, like you said, even if there's a malfunction, that's why, like you said, keep it down range.
Yeah, and then just like you said, proper training. You can't have your uncle fucking Junebug or some shit take you out to actual range. You're not shooting in the backyard. In the
Right.
backyard, you know what I'm saying? That's where you pick up. It's habits.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest problem with gun safety is habits. You have a certain habit
Mm-hmm.
of shooting like this, holding a weapon like
Mm-hmm.
this. And you could tell from that video that we watched how she was holding it, she was kind of like this or fucking
Mm-hmm.
whatever. She shot something smaller before and thought she could do the same thing with that
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
was pleasantly fucking surprised. So you know what I'm saying? Proper training is a must, man. I mean, and then as far as taking that same kind of safety home, like I don't give a
Mm-hmm.
damn if a weapon is fucking. I know ain't no rounds in the weapon. Do
Mm-hmm.
not point that fucking weapon at me. That's one of my biggest fucking thing. In the army, they call it
Yeah.
flagging. Don't you fucking
Yeah.
flag
Well,
me.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't give a fuck if I don't give a fuck if it's empty. Because as soon as that shit
Mm-hmm.
going, whoa, even a fucking BB gun, I'm like, hey, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
And that's what I did with the kids before I let them shoot. I taught them
Mm-hmm.
the fundamentals of
Sure.
shooting. I taught them the safety fundamentals with the BB gun before I actually took them out there to the range to actually shoot. You know what I'm saying? Because, I've been professionally trained how to do this shit. You should always be trained. Don't just go out there with your homie or for my females out there, don't just want to be out there cute because your man wants you to go shoot because you could fuck around
Right.
and kill somebody. Because that's
Right.
just not a game. I give you an example, two examples actually. I got a story and an example. So I was in Florida and I tried to go to the gun range. They would not let me shoot because a lot of gun ranges have insurance issues and certain policies where you can't shoot. So in Florida, I didn't have a Florida ID and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have my own weapon because I was not allowed to. You're not allowed to rent a weapon because some places won't let you rent a weapon because let's say
Oh.
you're, God forbid, you're suicidal or something like that. You go in the fucking range and you blow your fucking brains out with their
Oh.
weapon, they could be
Mm-hmm.
held liable. You know what I'm
I didn't
saying?
even think about that. Yeah.
And then the next story was which is kind of a flagging story I had when I was in basic training. So I'm shooting in basic. It was empty. I had to borrow somebody's weapon. I forgot what reason I had to borrow the weapon, but I had to borrow it. So where I fucked up was I had the weapon canted to the ground, so it was a flag him, but I didn't have that bitch on safety. The moment
Mm-hmm.
I turned and did like this, goddamn 6'4", 200 and something pound fucking Caucasian drill sergeant jumped on my goddamn back. Hey, what the hell you doing? And I was pissed off. But then
But
when
you
I thought
never
about
flag
it,
somebody again.
no, I didn't flag him then, but I was pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
But when I calmed down, I realized where I fucked up at is the
Mm-hmm.
weapon was not on safe. Like that
Right.
shit is not a fucking game, man. If you're not fucking shooting that bitch, keep it on fucking safe. Like I tell the kids when I take them to go shoot, like I told Tanya when I took her to go shoot, these are the fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know these fundamentals, if you can't abide by these fundamentals, then your ass don't need to go to the range. Like the chick in the video,
Mm-hmm.
her ass didn't need to go to the fucking range. You should have gave her a dry fire or something like that, a shot first. Because a couple
Right.
of times me and Janae K went, I shoot a weapon first, and
Mm-hmm.
she would determine if that's for her or not. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But a lot of females these days want to be cute. Yeah, I'm shooting this. It's on Facebook, and that. You know what I'm saying? They want to be
Mm-hmm.
cute, but they're not really understanding the gravity of them trying to be cute and not knowing what the fuck they doing could either get themselves hurt, get the person they're
Sure.
with hurt, or the person next door. Because like I said, that shit's you can stretch your arms out, you can touch the person next to you in most indoor ranges.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as that, I know I went for a little minute, man, but
That's fine.
I'm passionate about that type of shit, man, because you got to be fucking safe, man.
Yeah.
Because
No, I'm with you.
a bullet ain't got no name on it.
Yeah. The closest thing I ever equated to is motorcycling. You can get like I could have got dad to show me how to ride a motorcycle and all that good stuff.
Right.
But I would have picked up the habits that he has. And
Mhm.
in talking to him over the years, the type of rider he was different from the type of rider that I became to be.
Right.
And because I took a different route with training and things that I learned. And when somebody's training you, if they're not a vetted true trainer
Mhm.
and have good training, they're not going to be able to, they're going to pass on their bad habits to you.
Mhm.
And like when I saw the video with the little bit of information that I saw, she didn't hold it right. She wasn't standing right. What the hell were them shoes she had on?
Yeah, because them shit's playing different. Yeah, I don't recommend you going to shoot no Crocs and no shit like that.
Right. Be prepared, have the proper gear, when you're in there shooting, and pay attention to what you're doing, and take your ego out of the equation. Don't be trying to be cute. And I don't mean that for just women either. I mean, dudes, don't be trying to get them videos for the gram of you shooting up and don't know what the hell you're doing. Because I've seen just as many dudes on Instagram in the range doing stupid shit as I have women. And I've seen just as many women that are thorough. And so, I mean, it doesn't matter about your gender. It's about those habits. It's about the training. And don't be scared. Don't be scared to don't know. Like you do all the time when I use a word.
Yeah. If you don't know,
questions.
You better ask questions.
Ask questions. Because I mean, even with you, I mean, half of the gun segments we have are me asking you questions about things that I see and that I wonder about. And I mean, I saw the video and I was wondering about that. So kind of to switch gears, but in the same vein, how do you feel about safety? Like I said before, I mean, I have a 7-year-old and a busy. You
mean like home safety?
Yeah, home safety. So thinking about different videos I've seen and different people I've talked to about keeping weapons at home, I feel like it's different if it's, you know, it's like when Kim and I were adults, just by ourselves, or we're adults, still adults, but when it was just Kim and I, no kids, versus having kids in the house. Like, So what tips and ideas do you feel about being safe with the weapon in your home when you have children?
Now, there's two ways, depending on the person that you are. One way, of course, is your safe. There's several safes you can get. Ones with the key code. They even have little locks that you can put on the trigger and you keep the key for. You got the ones where you use your fingerprint, all that other stuff. But my personal opinion is, because I don't have a safe or anything like that, but my personal thought is my weapons are kind of like my alcoholic beverages. You know what I'm saying? My kids know not to touch this, not to go near this or anything like that. Or my cigarettes or my cigars or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's the same concept.
Sure.
It's adult shit. Don't touch it. And as far as my older ones, you know what I'm saying? Once you get teenagers and things like that, if you choose to let them shoot, that's you. But for mine, I chose to let them shoot, and I've taught them. You know what I'm saying? You never handle a fucking weapon unless somebody clears that bitch first. Things like that, because I do believe in, if somebody break into my house, I'm going to get to it quick. I don't want to have to, because you know what I'm saying? You never know the person you are until something like that kicks off. You don't want to have a fucking passcode for your weapon and somebody breaks in the house and you panic and you're like, oh shit, 22223, shit, that ain't it. 33334, fuck, that ain't it. 666767777, that ain't it. And then you fucking
7779311.
And you dead. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a matter of, and I think parenting comes into mind with that too. Like I said, like all of my kids, all the way down to Kevion, for the folks who don't know, he's 4. They know what my weapons are. They know not to touch my shit. They know not to play with my shit. They don't even look at my shit.
Sure.
And you know what I'm saying? When I'm cleaning it or anything like that, I keep them away from it. You're not around me unless you went shooting with me, because one of my rules, if you go shooting with me, you cleaning everything we shot. Except for the wife. She got a pass. She didn't clean nothing.
I'm glad you didn't make me clean anything.
Yeah, you ain't had to clean nothing either, but I made you load that fucking magazine.
That's fine.
Shit, it slipped. Oh shit, it slipped. But yeah, you just gotta take precautions. It's basically your comfort level. What are you comfortable with? If you feel like you're comfortable with having your safe on your nightstand, like you mentioned earlier, and you feel like you can get to it in a manageable time frame, just in case somebody kick your door in, which that also takes training. You actually have to practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, boom, click, 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 pat, pat. You know what I'm saying? You got to practice that too. But it's all in the person and their perception of it. I don't feel like, as long as I teach my kids what this is, what this does, do not fucking touch it. You don't touch my liquor. You don't touch my cigarettes. Don't touch my weapons either, unless I teach you. And I have a certain age level to where they can be taught. You know what I'm saying? Like the legal age, I don't know if it's the same for every state, but the legal age to take a kid to the range in Georgia is 8 years old. But and Keontae's going on 10, and I'm still not going to take him. And that's what knowing what you're doing, like really knowing what you're doing, comes to play. Because you know what I'm saying, you do drills, you do little trainings that you can pass, that you actually learn. Not, hey man, just put that bitch in there and shoot the motherfucker. No,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I teach them. It's an education. I know on a lot of our shows we promote educating yourself, training, all that type of stuff, and it's the same thing for your kids. If your kid is not standing on the fucking chair to get to your liquor and pouring him a cup of whiskey or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? If you won't let him do that, then you damn sure won't let him touch your firearm either.
See, Simone, I think she'll be fine. Now, this boy, I can see him scooting the chair up. Daddy, let me get a little dram of this whiskey.
Yeah, that's saying in your case, because you have a little one who doesn't understand the concept of I ain't supposed to touch that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna be curious. Like when they were younger, like, you know, the same age as El Boogie, you know, 1-2 years old. Yeah, I put my shit up to where they couldn't get it. They couldn't see it. They didn't know I had it. None of that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Once they get to the age to understand, yeah, I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to do that. It's the same thing as your kid ain't supposed to damn cuss. You know what I'm saying? You just got to teach them.
Yeah.
But as right now, when they're little, put that shit away, man. Because they don't.
So like, for me, what I did is some of my stuff is unloaded. Can't find ammo for it right now any damn way. But that's another reason why it's not loaded. But those that are loaded are up and out of the way to where I can't reach it. Is it the most, should somebody break into my house, kick my door in, is it in the most advantageous spot for me to get to it right now? No. But I have to weigh the probability of someone breaking into my house versus the probability of my kid getting to my weapon that's loaded. So
now we done lived in some spots where I gotta get to my shit quick, fast, and hurry.
And I take my, what risk am I willing to live with, and what can I do? And I mean, I go through scenarios of what should that happen, what happens. So when I was thinking about what I want to do, I realized that a safe on the nightstand makes the most sense. And the safe that I want, that I've picked, you can use your fingerprint, you can have a code, and you can have a key. But like you said, training. So if something were to happen, if my fingerprint didn't work, I can instantly go to the keypad, and I'm not thinking like, was it 1215 or 2115? It's like I don't even think about it. Like when I unlock my phone with my PIN, I don't even think about what those numbers are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
muscle memory.
Yeah. So practicing and training, like you said, is what I think is important versus, I mean, and we're talking a second or two, I think, from what I've seen online with training and shit like that. So, I mean, that's kind of where I think I want to balance the risk, because I feel like it's better to balance that risk to that direction to protect my children.
Definitely.
Now, whenever I can find a damn shotgun that I want, I'm going to mount it so it's high and it just can't be reached. And you won't know where it's at unless you know where it's at.
Yeah. And then some another thing to consider also is basically the kind of weapon you have. Does it have a safety or not? Now, the weapons I have that do not have a safety, I put them bitches up. They ain't never seen them. They will not fucking see them. And everything in my house is always on safety. Only time I take my shit off safety if I know I'm about to go into a sketchy ass fucking area.
Right. And see, some people train to where that safety is, part of the sequence of firing. So I get that.
We had to do it in basic training.
Yeah, none of mine have safeties.
Yeah, so yours should definitely be put up.
And so what I did when I brought the first one that I got to purchase on my own, when I brought it in the house, I had it. It was unloaded, cleared it 5 times, and I walked over. Got to make sure.
I got you.
But I took it to Simone. I explained to her what it was. I explained to her, don't touch it. I gave it to her. to take the kind of stigma away from what it, being a
like,
gun.
ooh, I just want to touch it.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. So I let her hold it. I explained to her that this is not something you touch. And kind of like you did, same kind of thing. So, I mean, I think that works to a degree, but you also have to know who your children are too. I
Exactly.
mean, if you have some inquisitive ass children that want to try to figure some shit out, and when they gone, they're trying to find stuff, you might want to lock your shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, because I see people that are like, and I'm glad I live where I live, because some places you can't have it loaded, even if it's locked in the safe. I find that stupid.
Yeah. So what the fuck you got it for?
That's almost pointless. I mean, if you have the damn what's the shit the thing that comes with your gun where it goes through the barrel and you lock it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Another form of safety.
It is, but that's one I totally disagree
Mm-hmm.
with.
Like
Unless
when you
you're
go to, they make you put those in when you go to like gun shows and shit. Like
yeah,
if you take your shit with gun
mm-hmm.
shows, they'll you have to have your shit unloaded. You got to drop the mag. They put the little shit
Yeah,
through the chamber and
yeah,
lock your shit up. But yeah, that shit's stupid. If you have to
yeah,
have that in your house like that, then what's the point of fucking having that?
yeah. I mean, in that case, you run the risk. I mean, you might as well not even have it. Just get you a bat and roll with that. I mean, a bat and some knives
Mm-hmm.
because
Shit, I
I mean,
got those too.
of course. But by the time you get to, let me unlock the key, pull the thing out the barrel, load.
Yeah, you over with already.
Yeah, whatever's happened is gonna happen by
Yeah,
that point. But
it's over with.
yeah, I mean, training is necessary. Training
Mm-hmm.
is important. I have these things. They're not exactly what I wanted, but they're okay. And I'll post a link in the description of it. Is they're dry fire cards.
Mm-hmm.
So they give you different drills when you're dry firing. So like, put your weapon on the nightstand, lay down, pick the weapon up, you know, clear in front of your feet, and then put the weapon back down. So it gives you like different scenarios and drills that you may be in, so you have that muscle memory to deal
Yeah,
with your weapon.
and that'll be
And
a
I mean,
good.
I think that's key.
And you should post wherever you got those cards from in the link as well. Because I mean, for the new shooters that's
It's my
serious
favorite
about this
store.
shit, what Costco,
Well,
Target, Amazon.
Amazon. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, so
Kim is Target. I'm Costco and Amazon.
yeah, so that I mean something like that for new shooters who's really serious about this shit like yourself, and
Yeah.
not just going out there, hey, I'm just gonna go shoot, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And other than safety habits, that also is like bad shooting habits.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta learn how to fucking aim too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you're shooting at. You'll have them guys, like you said, on like Instagram and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got my Draco, blah blah blah, about to put in this work, and then you see their target afterwards. You see 20 fucking shots in the white, and you see like 5 on the fucking target.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's all like you said. It's training, training, training. But at the end of it, safety. I believe in the 2A like immensely. I really do. But I also believe in not making no dumbass mistakes that could put myself or my family or somebody I don't even know in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Right.
don't want to be at a gun range just like that video, because the way the she was shooting that shit, like I said, that shit could have easily went to the left, and there was somebody. If there was
Mm-hmm.
somebody right next to her,
Mm-hmm.
that bullet's gonna go straight through that little barricade looking
Yeah.
shit that they got up in there, and that's a
Yeah.
dead person. That's you going to fucking jail.
Yep. As soon as I saw the video, I knew where it was going, just based on how she was standing,
Right.
how she was
Mm-hmm.
how she was holding the weapon. I mean, she had no sight picture whatsoever.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was just.
it
You saw
was
she was
terrible.
just like off.
Yeah.
Like off like one of them low budget ass gangster movies or some shit, like the shit that's on Tubi or something. Just like you ain't hitting shit. The fuck are you doing?
Still a thing?
Yeah, I still watch Tubi. Tubi got some good shit on there. But yeah, man. But as far as that goes, man, like I said, protect yourself, protect your children, protect the person next to you that you don't even know when you're at the range or when you're in Walmart or wherever the hell you are, because bullets ain't got no name on them.
Yep.
They try to blame the firearm and all that other stuff and media and everything like that, but it's really up to the person that's holding that weapon. Get
I
your
agree.
get your proper training in.
Yeah.
If you don't feel comfortable going to a stranger to train, find somebody you know that has been professionally fucking trained. I don't go to cousin Junebug who been shooting his judge out the back fucking house for like fucking 20 years. And it's
Not the judge.
and he do it when he drunk. And hold my bill. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to shoot. They got it. No. Go to some trainers. For my Augusta folks, I know a gentleman that actually does firearms training out there in Augusta. If you're interested, you know what I'm saying, put a comment down there or something, and I'll link y'all. I'll link y'all to this gentleman who does some training. I haven't went to him yet because I want to just go out there and just take everything I got and just shoot for the fucking hell of it. But yeah, get your training, man. Get your training.
Definitely. I mean, because I plan on going to go get some more training classes and stuff like that. I'm gonna reach out to a guy who's in the area. I don't know if he does training, but I'm trying to see. So, I mean, I think now I'm at the point where I have specific questions, and I want training for those kinds of things. And I know, and like you were saying, make sure you have somebody who knows what they're doing, just to get you that base level familiarity. Because, like, I gave an example. One of the issues I had is my shots were low at first. And what the guy that was working with me told me was exactly what you told me. As soon as I described the issue, you described the same exact thing. So that's kind of like a vetting process to be like, okay, little brother knows the shit. So yes, that's almost a compliment. It's about as close as you're gonna get.
You know.
So yeah. So other than that, be safe. Do what's comfortable for you and your household. Your significant other, discuss it so that y'all are both on the same page with it, and both get training. Everybody get training. So I mean, that's my whole thing. Even if you have a weapon in the house and that your significant other decides never to own a gun, touch a firearm, anything, they should at least be confident enough to, should shit hit the fan in the house, they can at least be able to use it with some level of proficiency.
Exactly.
And with that, sir.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, that has been another one from us. You know what I'm saying? We episode 12. Thank everybody who subscribed. Thank everybody who commented, who liked our Facebook, our Instagram. Shout out to everybody that's on their accessories with us while they're watching us. You know what I'm saying? That's really dope and everything like that. If y'all take offense to anything we say, I'm sorry. My new phrase is "cause fuck you," cause that's why. Cause fuck them, cause that's why. I'm sorry, cause fuck them. But the only thing I want to leave the people with, man, is always remember that greatness is a choice. You can choose to be great, or you can choose to suck. It's on you.
Oh, that was the quote of the night.
That was mine.
I mean, that's cool. I don't really have a quote per se, but kind of what I've been reading is the only thing you control are your choices.
Indeed.
And that's kind of right along the same lines if you have.
You can choose
so
to be
any
great.
situation that you're in, the only thing you can control are your choices.
Yep. So. And before we leave, I just want to say, bro, with the little shades and shit on that fucking flag thing you got, it looked like you got the little Dracula fucking collar shit going on.
Let me line it up right.
like you 2 seconds from going blah blah blah.
Shit, I was a ninja. Kim called me a ninja before. We'll see what she calls me now.
Yeah, man. But with that, bro, you got anything else for the people, bro?
That's it. Everybody take care. Respect people. Love people.
Definitely. Because we love y'all.
Yeah.
And like always, like, share, subscribe, check out the Facebook, check out the Instagram. This is Fowl Language Podcast. Me and my big brother over there, Mr. Lamar. You know what I mean? And we out.
We out.